All right. All right. We are live, guys. We are live. I think. Make sure that everything's working. Oh yeah, we are live. We are seeing it popping up now. All right. Now I just gotta find the link on here. Live stream. We've got it going. Let's grab that link here. Toss it into my Discord channel, of course, right? Okay, so we are live. Oh, no, that's not the right link. Let's delete that one. It's not that. Uh-oh. History, reopen last closed tab. Hey, Rennie, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining so quickly. Hi, the Fishy King. Nice to have you here as well. All right, I'm just trying to get this link so I can post it in my Discord channel. For some reason, it didn't take the first time I tried to put it in here, so hopefully this time, there we go. Now we've got the right one in there. I will just toss it into the YouTube area as well, so those who want to look at it can. Okay, so now we are live. Hey, Quimarian, nice to have you here. Hey, Evil, nice to have you here as well. We got Aerolin as well. You can't see the live. Can everyone see the live now? Hopefully. I know I was kind of toggling between screens there for a little bit. Nice to have you guys all here. Thank you for coming. I know last week was crazy. Got classes starting back up. So for me, I wasn't able to make it, sadly, but I'm glad to be here now with you guys. Any specific topics tonight? Today, there isn't anything specific, but I did want to go over a couple of things. One was, so not last week, but the week before, there was a specific team that a couple people asked me to cover that I didn't have a chance to cover that I will cover tonight. Can't see it. Okay. Is anyone else having issues seeing the stream right now? And no worries. Thank you for coming, Rennie. Just stopping in is a huge, I appreciate that. It's a huge gesture. And hey, Success, nice to have you here. So, real quickly, I did want to cover this team because it got asked at the last live stream. Didn't have a chance to answer it in full, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer it right now. So, or the team was Aurora, Sebastian, the twins, right? With, I believe it was Celeste. So this was the team that was asked about, but I didn't have a chance to basically really get into some counters, but I will now. So there's two teams that I think are usually pretty good here. So one is the team that I actually use the most on this particular account, which is Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, and Martha. Okay. So you're unable to see what's going on my screen. I can see everything fine. Is anyone else having issues seeing anything? If so, let me know in the chat. I apologize if there's any issues, but I personally am not having any issues. Could be wrong. Let me know. But anyway, so this card team can easily, overcome this twins setup, which is why I really like this team, and it's a team that I use all the time. Another one is the ODH combo. So here I have Helios, Dorian, and Orion. And I like using Anvari as a tank and Isaac. Let me just find Orion. But this is the ODH combo. Okay, thank you, Rennie. I appreciate that. Interesting. All right, anyway, so we have Anvari, the ODH combo, and we have Isaac, right, who is very, very effective. And thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Wanma. Nice to have you here. So, yeah, okay. So this is another team that's very effective. I mean, obviously Isaac's really good against mages, so it makes sense that he'd be really good against, the twins and Celeste as well. So Anvari right now is really just there to protect Isaac a little bit longer than I think he otherwise would get protected. But the ODH team, once it gets going, is really, really effective. Orion deals a lot of damage. Okay, I don't know what just happened because I ran this team earlier and it won. I can show you guys in a sec. But that's interesting that it lost right there. So it must not be an every time kind of deal. But up here, But over here I had the same team and it won. So yeah. So okay, I would try maybe checking out the link from YouTube. I apologize that maybe the link I sent into the Discord channel maybe isn't working properly. I'm not sure what's going on your end there, but hopefully it would work out. But okay, sorry. I'm going to go back to this one. So this is the exact same team, but it actually won. So I guess, maybe it's not an every time kind of a deal here, but, I basically use the exact same team. So Anvari, Isaac, ODH, and here, I mean, the ODH combo really wears down on the twins really fast. And I don't think anything really changed there other than the results. So I guess it's not an every time kind of a deal, but this team's worked pretty well as well. I mean, Isaac is really good. I don't really. Okay. Okay, so Evil really likes an Isaac, or wait, sorry, Isaac and Jew together. All right, with Rufus. So I mean, I believe you. We'll go ahead and toss it in, and I will absolutely try Rennie's team as well right after this. So I just wanted to kind of show some teams that could beat him because I know last time that was asked. Hey, Surprise Mode, nice to have you here. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so we got Isaac, we've got Jew. And I guess since he said pretty much any iteration, I guess as long as we don't put in any terrible heroes, we should be okay. So I guess I will put in like Nebula and Martha maybe. Unless you have... Oh, okay. Rufus, Sebastian, Jew, or Yasmin, Dorian, Martha. So we'll use Dorian and Martha then. So we'll go... Or I guess we could put Yasmin in. We'll put Yasmin in. The thing is with Yasmin, though, Yasmin scares me a little bit with the twins. So maybe I'm going to go with Dorian instead. We'll use Dorian. So Dorian will help Jew heal even faster, which will be crazy. I don't think he'll get knocked out. So this could be a really good option as well. The only issue is whether Isaac gets knocked out or not. And so Isaac did get knocked out, but Jew's able to handle it because of Dorian plus Martha. So I think that was the right move. I'm not sure how it would have gone with Yasmin, but overall, this definitely worked out as well. So good call. And then we're going to use Rennie's team as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one real quick. So Rennie asked, can you try Astaroth, Jorgen, Kira, Celeste, and Martha? So Kira, Martha, Celeste, and Kira. Okay. All right. So other than that, how was your all day? So surprise, my day was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. it's been snowing like crazy where I'm at right now. So just hanging in there, staying indoors, staying warm. Currently, I'm working on a paper right now, so that's kind of been eating up a lot of my time. Kira got taken out right there, and Celeste as well. The issue with Jorgen on this team is that Sebastian kind of blocks Jorgen out, which doesn't allow for the maximum potential effect of this team, right? So this isn't a bad team that you put up, Rennie. The only issue is that it's countered by certain heroes. So here, Jorgen is countered by Sebastian, which really doesn't allow Jorgen to maximize his effect, which would typically knock out Lars pretty early. But see, because of Sebastian nullifying Jorgen, that didn't really happen. So, the maximum potential of this team wasn't able to basically take effect, which was unfortunate on that one. But, that's kind of one thing that I wanted to talk about. Sebastian is always safe against the twins. So I think that's a good call. And okay, so that was one thing that I definitely wanted to talk about. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, so someone asked about lunar skins, and I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but lunar skins, right? So one lunar skin is on Astaroth right now. So here's my Astaroth with skins, right? So we had the lunar skin event, which, if I remember correctly, was for the Chinese New Year's holiday. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. That's what I remember. And all I'm going to say is, someone asked me about when we might have those skins come out. I think it's very likely. I mean, the real Chinese New Year, I believe, starts on February 11th. But that's so close to Valentine's Day, and usually they have romantic skins that drop during Valentine's Day, that I don't think that will happen. I think if we get a lunar event, it's going to be next week. That's my guess. We'll see what really happens, but that's my guess. Okay. So, Evol wants me to also test out this other team, or Ju, Dorian, Martha is a great combo. I run Elmir also for team armor penetration, and Elmir has back rank like Ju also, so they really pound an enemy Martha. That's a great strategy, and I know I personally find Elmir very annoying, especially on the defensive side. So with that armor penetration, that is a good benefit as well to have. Okay. And yeah, that YouTube, yeah, I remember. So I actually messaged Tanya about that after after she did that live stream, saying great spins. But yeah, no, Tanya did a great job with those spins. I hope everyone definitely got the 50 soul stone chests, as well as I think it's 500 energy and 200,000 gold, right? Let me double check here. Yeah. So this reward here with the 3 portal charges, make sure you got that if you didn't already. Plus, there's been a lot of boxy gifts that have been dropping. Highly recommend you guys get those if you haven't. Hey, Alan, nice to have you here. So, okay, you have the Astaroth Lunar skin. Congrats, surprise. That's an awesome one to have. Martin here saying, hi, Jay. What would be the best team for you with Heidi? That's actually a really good question. I actually haven't messed with Heidi enough to know for sure, but I've seen a lot of effective teams with Heidi using dodge. So I think Aurora with Heidi would be super annoying. And good, of course, right? So when I say annoying, I mean it in a good way. I would also think that you would want someone like... I guess it would depend on who your opponent is, but I would probably want like Martha for healing, because Heidi is one of those heroes that doesn't have a lot of health, but the dodge component is crazy for Heidi, and really, really can kind of make her a super nuisance. I would probably also go with something like maybe like a Leanna and Maya, which is kind of like more of like a hesitation team, or like a team that's going to slow down the opponent. I personally like this as like kind of like maybe a stall team. I haven't really tested it enough to know how effective it is. I mean, if you really wanted to be even worse, you could probably throw in Ziri or something. But I think this could be an annoying team. I don't really know exactly how strong it would be. I'd have to test it out more. But just basically off of the top of my head, this is a team that I think might work with Heidi. Okay, you got the Kira Bloom skin. Congrats, that's a great one. That one I believe is, you know, I mean, all of Kira's skins are really good actually. So the one for Kira, the Bloom one that you're talking about, that one is phenomenal. And congrats, I actually have it attached. It is a physical attack skin, so that's, I think, Kira's main stat. So that's awesome. Yep, Elmer hops back and heals using Dorian's aura as well. It's a great call, Evil. Absolutely true. You're on server 24. Nice. Okay. 7,500 skin stones is great. Absolutely. You got the Kark skin with the box. Nice. So the Kark skin. I know there's two with Kark. So I guess on mobile there's only one. So mobile doesn't have the Dark Depth skin, but only has the Stellar skin. But the Stellar skin is the armor penetration one, so that one's pretty important if I'm being honest. Okay. Didn't use the box. I am keeping those. Hey, Rennie, that's a great choice as well. I mean, you know, people can do whatever they want. You know, they can use it for, you know, skins that are already out. Also, I believe typically, right? So in about 14, nah. So in about 3 weeks, we're going to have the, you know, romantic skin event, which is the Halloween event. Or not Halloween, that's wrong. The Valentine's Day event, sorry. The Valentine's Day event, and that one should have 3 brand new skins. We may even see 3 brand new skins, I think, this coming week. So next event, potentially, if we have a lunar skin event. If not, then we probably won't have lunar skins this year. But I think if we're going to have it, it's probably going to be next week. It just makes more sense than having back-to-back week of skins unless they combine them or something. But I think next week might be a good time to see that lunar skin event. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you can always use your skins however you see fit. And I think, you know, the fact that we got so many was amazing. Huge fan. Okay. Didn't use the box, keeping those. Right. I think they will release romantic skins for Valentine's Day and spring skins for anniversary event in March or April. I think you're 100% right. The only thing I will say is last year we did have during the end. So actually we had it this particular week was the lunar skin event. But the Chinese New Year typically starts this year on February 11th, which is only 3 days before the romantic skin or Valentine's Day event will start. So with that being said, I think they're more likely if they're gonna do it, they're gonna push it up to next week, and if not, they're probably not gonna have it. So that's all I was saying there. But yeah, Evil, I think you're right. I'm kind of also hoping that they step up the anniversary event. They did have a lot of great free rewards during the anniversary event, but at the same time, I personally would have liked to have even a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. Okay, everyone, please leave a like. Thank you, Surprise. I appreciate that. If you guys do leave a like, I appreciate that a lot. So thank you for that. Hi, question mark. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for coming in. And okay, so I'm also going to do a couple of my tasks because I haven't really done anything today. Today's been like one of those days when I just really didn't have time to log in. I logged in for like 15 minutes this morning and just tried to click as many things as possible. So you have Ginger level 50 out of 60, but it's hard. So with the boxes, I can get like 7 levels. That makes sense. Am I the only one who uses the app? No, actually, I use the app as well. I have it on mobile, so I use that as well. If that's what you're asking there. Oh, uses the app on the computer. Oh, use the Facebook app on your computer. I personally do not do that, but I'm sure. I mean, it's effective. I'm sure. I don't know. Anyone else use that? I personally don't. Hey Sawyer, nice to have you here. The cool kid, right? All right, cool. Nice to have you here. Thank you for stopping in. Right now, we're just kind of talking about general Hero Wars stuff. Any questions or anything that you want me to do, if it's, you know, testing or you want me to check anything out, absolutely feel free to do that. I actually did battle Seymour earlier today. I can get him past half health, but I can't take him all the way down yet. I'm getting really a lot closer than I was before, which I'm happy about. But I promise, as soon as I can beat him, I will be showing you guys that footage. Hero Wars app, yep, okay. But yeah, no, so that's kind of where I'm at. So right now, I can show you my progress. So I beefed up my Jew and Faceless. And the issue is, obviously, I can't finish my skins yet. And glyphs. I think glyphs are what's really holding me back. I mean, artifacts, I'm working on it. I mean, I have a lot of artifact coins from Winterfest, but I don't have enough chaos cores to evolve everything. But we're slowly working on it. We're getting the artifacts there. I also think, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I actually think that Seymour, I don't know if anyone's beaten Seymour yet, but Seymour gets tougher depending on how strong your heroes are. That's an unconfirmed theory. It's just a theory that I have. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but yeah, so I also do. I actually heard of the first person autoing and defeating Seymour as well. So I'm gonna see if I can get some footage on that. And if I can, I will show you guys. But that's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Autoing Seymour, you definitely had to have some maxed out things going on for you there. Um, okay, they have you download it for a quest or something. The Hero Wars app. Huh. I am not familiar with that, but that sounds pretty interesting. I like that. All right. Okay. Hero Wars trying to get more people to download their app. Fair enough. Um, Interesting. I didn't do it that way, but I guess something you could do. All right, so I'm gonna need to do some Devour of Mages things here. I'm just gonna rate it because I really don't want to individually do the matchups here. Let's see. On the other side, I did finally. I love OS, Mac OS, a big sir. I have a MacBook Pro as well. Hey, you know what? I know a lot of people don't like Apple. I know a lot of people love Apple. I like Apple, so shout out Sawyer. I get it. I get it. Some good stuff there for sure. All right, so I need to look at the Soul Shop and basically get all of these. I need all these items. Need them. As you can see, I kind of stockpiled some soul coins. I got really lucky that day. I actually had a free opening where I was able to pull it randomly from the chest for my free opening. Hi Nathan, nice to have you here. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, so really, I think it's pretty low key right now. I know, things have been crazy. Tell me about how things have been with you guys. Are people heading back to classes? Has work been crazy for you guys? I'm more than happy to hear you guys out. If you guys want to talk, real life, in game, whatever you guys want to talk about, always here for you. Appreciate having you guys here as a community. You guys are always amazing people, and I appreciate it. And I just hope you guys know how much it means to have you guys here. Okay, 2.8 million soul coins. Yeah, I definitely I got a little bit carried away at one point and kind of got a lot of soul coins, but I'm not mad about it. I mean, I ended up getting a lot of items, which is useful for me. But yeah, definitely saved a couple there. Okay. So the other thing is I'm working on my pets, but it's really slow going, obviously. It is what it is. We're working on Isaac as well. One of the things that I'm having problems with is, again, just chaos cores. I can't seem to get them. I have so many artifact coins, but I have absolutely like no chaos cores. Like how does Hero Wars do that to me? Anyway. Thank you, Sawyer. I appreciate it. I try my best to keep, fresh content for you guys. A couple of things I'm working on right now. I mean, one, obviously, I'm working on beating Seymour and kind of being able to walk you guys through it and then kind of going back. So far, I've been able to, we cleared this week for the first time. I was able to we were able to defeat the Adventure 13 boss for the first time. So I'm pretty stoked on that. We got another 9 to go. We're not able to four-chest it just yet, but we're making strides, and I definitely have some exciting new content that I'm going to try to start putting out for you guys soon. When do you get the Soul Shop? Okay, so Quimerian, great question. To get the Soul Shop, what you need to do is you need to get a hero, any hero, to Absolute. And what that means is you see how there's this winged star kind of logo, right? So typically with heroes, you have like 1 star, 2 star. I think I have a couple that are 5 stars. So yeah, like Ginger, for instance, right? For me on here, my Ginger is at 5 star. And once you get your heroes to 6 star, they will become Absolute. And from there, you basically, any extra soul stones will allow you to access the soul shop at the merchant. And then any excess soul stones that you get, you can just trade in. So like for me, if I bought Jet, I would have to trade him back in because he's absolute for me. But that's how you can access the soul shop, and I hope that makes sense. But basically, any hero, you need to acquire a total of 630 soul stones. That's the magic number to get your hero from 0 stars to 6 stars. The only exception to that is Cleaver. If you accidentally or luckily pull Cleaver from the chest, he's automatically absolute. That will automatically open your soul shop. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. When your Jet is absolute star and you buy his stones for 1k coins each and you get 100 back. That's true, that's true. All right, so you get those when you absolute star a hero. Absolutely correct. Yep. Perfect. I have hundreds of chaos cores. Well, hey, that's a good I mean, I wouldn't say that's a problem. That's a great thing. So having a lot of chaos cores is really good because that helps you when you're trying to evolve your artifacts, right? So artifacts are, in my opinion, one of the most important things when you're looking at a hero. So getting your hero's first skill to an activation chance of 100% is #1 priority in my opinion. So 3-star. And you'll need chaos cores in addition to the fragments for your brand, for your hero, to basically level these up, which is, another way to basically power up your heroes. It's one of the many ways you have to increase your hero's strength. But anyway, yeah, that's a great problem to have, if we can even call it a problem. I'm jealous. Your character looks awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. How do you get more certificates? I'm trying to get Kark. Okay, that's a great question. And there's a couple, well, in my opinion, there's a couple ways to get Kark. So one, right, is to use certificates like you mentioned. And the easiest way to get more certificates is by ranking well in this thing called the Tournament of Elements. And the Tournament of Elements is actually super tough, and it's getting more and more competitive every day because there's more servers, there's more players. Sometimes it's really hard to rank well in this event. And unfortunately, Winterfest is one of those times when you can actually get a lot of certificates as well. Look at this first place reward. I mean, I come nowhere near first place, but the first place reward gives you 100 of them. You'll probably get 2 at least when you're first starting out. And basically, so the higher you rank, the more you're going to get. But there is another way to get Soul Stones of Kark, and that is by using the monthly chest, right? So I don't know if you already know or not, but every 28th day of the month, you get the opportunity to get a lesser hero Soulstone chest. And with that, you can get 50 Soulstones of any hero other than Cleaver, Jet, and Isaac. So you can use that also to kind of, help you get closer to your Kark goals. That's just another way. I don't know if you already knew that or not. You probably did. But just in case you forgot, it's there for you. Okay. How do you get more certificates? Okay. Win more matches with Titans. Yeah, okay, that's true. That's true. Okay, do you think Hero Wars will have a Titan Soulstone event every month since they had that event December and January? When you say Titan Soulstone, are you talking about events where you used to get these chests? So are you talking about the events where you could actually get the different Titan chests and you basically could pick which Titan you got? Because I think they've kind of seemingly discontinued it. They've really started to go into like seasonal Titan events. So I mean, Fillmore, it's hard to know exactly what you mean, but I think it's very likely we will have another Titan event, right? Soulstone event. But I just don't know. I mean, I don't think it'll be a water one because we just had that one. It's most likely going to be a Fire Titan event next, I think. Although I guess I guess it's kind of like winter-ish season still. Might be a little early for a hero or a Titan Soulstone event, but I could see it happening. And if you're not already in my Discord channel, I can definitely keep you updated. So if you're not, definitely I can definitely try to get you in on my Discord channel, and I usually try to let people know in advance when we have certain events. But as of right now, I do think it's possible we have one. It's not a for sure thing yet. Okay. I get only 2 certificates all the time. Hey, you know what? Surprise mode, that's completely fair. And all I can say is 2 certificates are better than 0. But keep doing your thing. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, you will get, you know, it'll be a random day when you just hit like a point where your Titans just magically get past, um, what is it? It's usually the 6th level and you get to the 7th level. And then you randomly can get like more certificates. It's the craziest thing. Okay. Someone in your guild got 350th place. That's awesome. Congrats to them, question mark. That's a big accomplishment. Okay. When are you going to battle? Who would you like me to battle, Sawyer? So, I mean, I can check out, how many attacks I have left. But I will say some of the guys on my server have definitely been spending some money and making some of these matchups a lot more difficult for me to win. And it's funny because I know a lot of people target my team just because I really I don't want to say I made Kark popular on my server, but Kark definitely wasn't like a major player on my server prior. So I guess I can try to take on this team here. It doesn't look super threatening. Watch me get slaughtered. That would be, I'm going to cry a little bit, but it'll be fine. I mean, I might lose, but I mean, power-wise, it looks like I have an advantage. See what happens, I guess. Just kind of go for it. Hey, Kay, nice to have you here. Thank you for stopping in. Always love to see people from mobile here too. I mean, I usually don't put that much mobile content up. I'm still working on some stuff for you guys for mobile stuff. But thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Wow, that's awesome. Right now we're just kind of talking about casual Hero Wars stuff, if I'm being 100% honest, and just having a good time and hanging out, with the company of some great people from the Hero Wars community. Okay, so Evil here says, seems they swapped out Children of Prophecy event for the specified Titan events. Oh, we did win. Nice. I prefer the other to have choice of Super Titan chests for spending emeralds. Yeah, so that is a major bummer. I wish they didn't do that and kind of kept the old way, but I understand. I do typically get more soul stones from the Titans from the events where they have it specialized, but I did really appreciate more when they had the chests and you could pick. So I completely sympathize and understand what you're saying there. I'm going to trade inventories with you. Yeah, question mark. Honestly, if I could trade some of these things, I would. I actually saved these boxy gifts to open during the live stream, so I'm going to do it right now. Got a lot of runes. I needed those. I really don't need any more summoning spheres, but I keep getting them. It's okay. I really need the runes, though, so that's something I need. Okay, so Eden does the most damage to all enemies. Yeah, I love Eden. So yeah, we won that one right there, which is cool. I actually didn't even see what happened. I guess I can watch the log and replay. So I guess we played like a bot, kind of. But anyway. So, hi, so everyone gets more certificates. We should put weaker teams in the tournament. I would be okay with that, Gary, but I will say I think some people like, One Punch Man, he's super competitive. I know he probably wouldn't want to do that, but I agree with you. I think we should make it so everyone agrees and has a more accessible time to more certificates. I would be more than okay with that. And yeah, so a couple things actually also. So Kane, so one hero that I think is not yet in mobile that should be on your radar is going to be Isaac, because Isaac is an anti-mage hero. I realize we don't have too many mage users on our server, but it could be a complete game changer from what mobile has. Mobile also has Alvanor, so that could come to Hero Wars Facebook and web relatively soon. I mean, honestly, so there's this new classification called Elves. And basically, Alvanor is a healing / support hero. Actually has some pretty decent stats, but defensively really reminds me of Corvus. Very offensively and kind of support-wise very good, but defensively just totally lacks. Needs some skins. But sorry, just thought I'd throw that out there. Look at info for the arena battle, please. Their team melted. I got you. Got you, fam. All right, so we'll go to log and we will look at the info on their team. So it kind of looks like Axel had the most power on their team. That is a beefy pet. I would like to trade for that pet. I'm just messing. But yeah, so it looks like they kind of had some soft hero factors, but I also had pets attributed. But yeah, Axel here definitely was the MVP of that team, even though didn't really do any healing or anything like that. But, you know, hey, team didn't survive long enough for Axel to do its thing. Okay. So the good thing about the new Titan event is that they are giving away skin stones for Titans. Yeah, I agree. So that for me was a huge game changer. I've been hoarding skin stones like no tomorrow because I need those. And just the other day, I've been getting pretty far in my Titan development. Sorry, I was looking for the word. But I actually was able to finish my Angus skins, right? So here, champion skin. I had these guys like getting close, but like I was actually able to complete them, which was crazy. I was able to finish Eden as well. So my Eden's completely maxed out. My Raji is completely maxed out. Now I just have to work on these last two skins for my main team, which are Silva and Avalon. So Avalon only has 16 more levels for his or her skin. Her skin. To be done. And I need to finish the skin of my Silva as well as the last artifact upgrade for Silva. And then my Earth team's going to be done. And after that, I'm going to be gunning for that water. What's it called? The water boss? No. So it's the PC. It's the water. Why am I blanking on the name? The Water Lord. That's what I meant to say. The Water Lord. Yeah. So I'm really gunning for that Water Lord. I actually was able to upgrade my totems as well. So my Fire Totem is officially done. I love that because of Raji's on my main team. Working on the Water Totem. Still work in progress, but we're getting there. This is a lot of trophies. I'm going to have to... It'll be a couple weeks before I can really push to move anything there. But I'm also really wanting to finish my main team for skins. So that's going to be taking the main priority for me right now. I'm really trying to finish these guys right now. My Titan team has seen a major jump with the upgrade of the skins. Like, I didn't realize how big of a difference the skins made. My hero, or my Titan power was at like 700k. Maybe a little bit more. Like, probably like closer to 800. But it jumped up once I finished the Angus skins. It made a world of difference in my power. I mean, I'm not, these guys, I still have to work on Silva and Avalon, but these three guys are done, which I'm so stoked about. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, so the goal is to go for the Water Titan Lord. That is definitely a thing. How did I get so many totems? I actually took advantage of the ×4 sale. I did. And I bought some emeralds. And during Winterfest, there was one day where I opened 3 openings in a row, and I got 3 totems, plus I got the totem from the reward for exchanging gifts. So I got 4 totems in one day, and that finished my totems. Like it was an insane, not even 24 hours. It was crazy. But yeah, it was definitely unusual. Definitely spent a little bit of money. That's secret between you and me. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened there. Why would someone change servers? And if I did, what is one you would recommend? Okay, so here's the deal with changing servers. And I think you asked a question about artifacts as well that I need to go back to in a second. But first, why would you change servers? So changing servers is overall, in my opinion, a bad idea. And I'll explain why. So when you change servers, you are basically going to a server that's newer than yours or older than yours. So you cannot go to one that's newer. So if I'm on server 35, I cannot move this account to server 36, 7, or back. I would have to start a brand new account. So that means I have to go to a server where players who have been playing longer than I have are, playing. So because the way this works is, of course, right, server one's the first server, and every time a server fills up, you go to the next one. So server 2, server 3 and 4 got destroyed because not enough people were playing on them anymore. But basically, right, the longer you've been playing, the later your server number is going to be. So jumping up servers is not going to necessarily help you. It's kind of like one of those scenarios where if you're going to spend a lot of money and you get bored because no one on that server is strong enough to beat your guild, then I see a lot of people jumping servers. Or if you just burned a lot of bridges, you don't have a lot of friends on your server, you jumped around, you kind of talk some trash. Then maybe you would consider jumping servers. But for the most part, I do not recommend jumping servers at all. It's just not a good idea. And on mobile, if you jump servers, there's no going back. So on Facebook and web, at least if you jump servers, you can always come back. But on web or on mobile, you cannot do that. So that's a major red flag for me. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. But I do have videos on it if people who are interested wanted to know. I've done it. I've done it on video. I've also explained it. There's like a short SparkNote version on my channel. If you look through, and if not, message me on Discord via my Discord channel, and we can talk more about that as well. And thank you, Sawyer. I appreciate the kind words. I'd love to play with everyone. I mean, I think everyone is, amazing, and I really appreciate the people. So the biggest thing for me and what really kept me in Hero Wars was, the people that are available and how open and willing people are to help one another. It really is a warm community. I mean, I've played a lot of games, but like sometimes you run into people who just like aren't great. But on Hero Wars, I've ran into a lot of great people, and I've been really fortunate to have all you guys here with the stream. I mean, I've just been lucky. I've been really lucky with all you guys, and I got to thank you guys too, because you guys are what makes this game super fun, for me at least. Okay, so the other question that I got jumping back was something about. So okay, are the heroes of the month random, or do they go through all the heroes in the game? Typically, it's random, but we do typically find out who the hero is a couple days before the month starts, typically, because we got a couple weeks. So when I say we, all of Hero Wars Nation, if we'll call it that, right? So myself, Hero Wars Central, any other YouTuber, anyone else is usually using Load Runner, who is a friendly word. Hero Wars, not a hacker. He is a hacker. Basically, he data mines. It's a more friendly term. He data mines Hero Wars data, and using that, he basically distributes to us kind of that info. And a lot of times, we can kind of tell you guys what's coming up because he, jumps into the server, really looks into different things that Hero Wars is updating, and is able to tell us that info, and so we can tell you guys ahead of time. But it is kind of cyclical. It kind of rotates in and out for Heroes of the Month. Okay, so the other question that was asked here, let me look. No, there's a question further back. I guess I missed it. If it comes up again, I will get back to it. So, okay, let's see. When is Celeste or Sebastian becoming Hero of the Month? That's a great question. So we actually have had Sebastian as Hero of the Month before. Celeste, we haven't had in a while for Hero Wars Facebook or mobile. Or Hero Wars Facebook or web. That's a great question. I would assume it's going to be a couple of months before we see Celeste. Because typically, after a new hero comes out, that hero becomes the Hero of the Month. So if someone were to ask me right now, what's the highest probability of the next Hero of the Month? I would say it's probably Isaac, honestly. That would be my guess. But we'll see what happens, and I can let you guys know for sure once we get closer to that date. That is my guess. It's way too early prediction, but that's kind of what I think. I'm using the 3 Super Titan team. That's a great approach, and honestly, it's not a bad one because a lot of people aren't used to seeing that. Sorry, I got the hiccups there. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Okay, we're good. Don't know what happened. Anyway, okay. So when we're looking at different Titan teams, I understand completely using this kind of a setup. So, well, regardless of these guys, right? So we're talking about you're using the 3 Super Titans with 2 other Titans. I totally get that. And you don't have a totem. Okay, that makes sense too. Oh, with Fire Totem. Okay, so you probably have something like this then. Because let's be real, Ignis is a monster support. People underestimate Ignis like crazy. Like, he makes the fire team crazy strong. Araji's a beast. I mean, he's a super titan as well. Then you have Moloch, who has that stun skill, amazing. Vulcan is pretty good as well, but if I had to choose one fire titan to dump, it would be Vulcan. Ignis is crazy. Ignis's fire buff is unreal. And yeah, okay, so I'm using, yep, okay. Don't have a titan at all. Hey, Rennie, honestly, totems are, I mean, I'm not going to say overrated, but I mean a little bit. But they definitely help you out, especially in Guild Wars. And they do help you out long run. So I can't say they're totally overrated. But just take your time with it. The game's for fun. I mean, don't be too serious about it. And totems will come. I mean, I have a video on totems as well that will explain it. It is a little bit pricey. So I would just slow and steady is kind of my strategy with totems for the most part. I mean, unless you're me, then you get a little carried away. But I would say the best advice, right? Don't do what I did, but the best advice is just to take your time. You'll acquire totems over time, I promise. Okay, it was about artifacts and how they work. Okay, I will definitely talk about that. Okay, imagine having a 250k Water Titan team and still doing 30 Titanite a day. I'm at level 73. Congrats, that's awesome. Level 73. It was about artifacts. Yep. Okay. Imagine an Orion and Dorian winter skin. I think a Dorian winter skin would be so sick. Okay, sorry. I use that team. Yeah, this is a great team. I'm not gonna lie. I do think if you get the fire totem, I personally might consider. I don't know. I love Eden so much, and I love Hyperion as well. But depending on your matchup, you may consider swapping one of them out to put in Vulcan. But this is not a bad team at all. Like I think it's perfectly acceptable. And I'm okay with it. I think it's not a bad team. Okay, so let's see. It's about artifacts. How many coins do you have? Because that is cool. So coins. If we're talking about coins, I'm not sure exactly in what aspect you're talking about, but coin wise, I guess I could just look at my items and tell you what kind of coins I have. And we will get to your artifacts. I promise. I promise I didn't forget. So coin wise, I've got, a couple thousand arena coins, grand arena coins, tower coins, whatever. We've got about, let's see, what is that? 2 million soul coins. So, good amount. We've got some summoning spheres that I can turn into gold. I mean, I don't use them for anything else now. I have no need for Titan potions. But yeah, that's kind of what I got. Okay, so the question was about artifacts. So artifacts here. Okay, so the way artifacts work is your first artifact is for your entire team. So when you have a team, right, you have a setup that involves 5 heroes. So anytime you set up a team, you have 5 heroes, right? And the first artifact of any hero affects the entire team. And so, Evil had a really good point. I think he mentioned something about using Elmer and armor penetration. So here, right, with Kark, he increases physical attack for the entire team. And here we have an activation chance of 100%. So every time his first skill goes off, this artifact bonus, physical attack, it goes off for the entire team. And so what that means is you want other heroes with physical attack. So an example of another hero with physical attack would be Ju. And Ju has a skill that increases critical hit chance, right? So his first skill increases critical hit chance. And that is something that is beneficial to heroes with physical attack. A hero with magic penetration is more focused on magic. So a physical buff, right, like physical attack, would not necessarily help a magic user, right? So that kind of makes sense. Like if you have someone who uses a sword, you want to use other heroes that use swords, right? Because it amplifies their skills. You don't want to use a sword effect with someone who has like, magic powers. It wouldn't work. So that's kind of how it works, and that's like a simplified version of it. But yeah, the first skill works for the entire team. The second and third artifact, those are only for that specific hero. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, these are additional stats that your hero gains. The first skill the first artifact is tied to the first skill of your hero. And so, of course, as you know, when we're looking at Kark, the first skill is Nexus of Horror, which, basically throws some enemies in the air. So every time the first skill goes off, the artifact also goes off. I guess I could show you guys, well, maybe in a Grand Arena match that I'm probably going to lose. Here, let's see how this plays out. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to just take the L on the first matchup for sure. But, well, I don't know about for sure, but we'll see how this goes, and I can show you guys how it kind of works a little bit in action. Okay. I don't have a good guild, and we only get bronze medals. To what level can totems upgrade with bronze medals? Okay. So my understanding is you can get up to level 40. So every 40 levels, you need a brand new medal. So the first 40, you can use bronze medals. So from 41 to 80, you can use silver medals. And from there, right, so 81 to 120, that's gold medals. So that's kind of how it works. So hopefully that it kind of works it out there. But don't worry about it. Hey, Rennie, with guilds, okay, sorry, I also should probably, well, I'll talk about this in a second, but, so that's kind of how it works with totem upgrades. But I will say, no matter how good or bad your guild is, just try to make sure you work as a team and try to communicate. If your guild communicates, there's a lot of good chance and probability that, ultimately your guild could improve and do better. So here I was kind of expecting to lose a lot sooner, but we haven't completely lost yet. I guess Jew is hanging in there. But anyway, okay, sorry, I got a couple other questions here. So do you get Titan skin stones only from the Guild War shop? That is one of the only ways you can get Titan skin stones. The other way, though, is from events and just having VIP. So, oh, we won that matchup. I'm kind of surprised. But if you have VIP 5, typically a lot of the events will give you all the rewards. So there are some Titan I think it was a Titan artifact event. One of the Titan events gives you Titan skin stones. The other one is there is a Titan Skinstone event. I mean, even the Water Skinstone event, that one gave me a lot of Titan Skinstones as well. So there are events that also grant you Titan Skinstones. Okay, and going back here real quick. So as soon as one of these skills go off, so I think the first one to go off will probably be Cleaver, I think. Of course, my game starts lagging right when I point to the speed up combat. But as soon as one of these skills go off, you should see a little marking up here. And that's a sign that the artifact just went off. So here you can see, right, the artifacts went off. And here we're getting bonuses that are increasing the stats of our entire team. So it looks like my best team isn't even going to get a chance to fight. Unless, I guess, Rufus hangs around the whole fight, which is possible. Guess I'll just speed up combat here. But, so I didn't even get to use my best team, but we won. Yay! Which I wanted to really use my Kark team, but it's okay, whatever. Anyway. Thanks, question mark. I appreciate the compliment. I have 90k Titan power, and I have the best Titans in guild. Surprise! That's awesome. Congrats, man. Sounds like you're doing some good things, and your guild's gonna be depending on you. So hopefully you have good communication within your guild. That's really key. That's what I find to be the biggest thing is like the difference between a good guild and bad guild. A couple of things. So one, If you look at ranking, um, you can look at guilds activity versus other guilds and guilds Titanite. So I would say if you're in the top, I don't know, let me see. If you're in the top 30, I would say your guild's not that bad. I'd say it's pretty good, actually. If you're in the top 50, I mean, hopefully, well, okay, maybe some of these ones are kind of like low. But I will say, you know, you can kind of compare where your guild's at with other ones via the guild activity, because this is where you get the most rewards too, right? That's a big part of guilds, is looking at kind of the setup. So when you get more guild activity, right, you get better rewards. So for instance, right, here, if you get the max guild points, your whole guild gets guildmaster presents that your guildmaster can give out, as well as runes, which are super, super, super important. Can't emphasize that enough. And they're really hard to get. I mean, it seems super easy, but you need so many runes to get to a point where all your heroes' glyphs are maxed out. Like, my Astaroth's not even done yet with glyphs. Here you can see I'm working on it, but it eats up so many glyphs. I mean, if I even want to like work on this one, I don't even know if I'll be able to finish it with 37 big runes that I have left. So yeah, I can barely get it to level 49. So, I mean, runes are just really important. That's one aspect of it. The other one, right, is when you're still working on your titans, if your guild can max out the titans that you can do per day, right, using guild activity, that is huge. That's 10 summoning spheres daily that you're getting. So here you can see, I don't even know where we're at right now, but we're getting close. Oh, I guess I didn't do my part today. So I need to claim my Valkyrie's favor. And I think that should get us close to completing. Yeah, so we completed Titanite for the day, just like that. Yay. So, we got the max rewards. And oh, this is actually the thing. Oh my goodness. I stopped doing dungeon because I wanted to hit floor 15,000 with you guys here. So I apologize. Okay, also I've been neglecting things. I'm going to get cookies and maybe something else. Good amount, a little bit. It's hard when I can't take out the bridge. Hey, you know what, Surprise? If you can't do it and you're the strongest player in your guild, no one's going to blame you, I promise. Okay, best team bonuses are armor and magic penetration. How much, right? You got cookies. What kind of cookies did you get? I'm jealous. Kind of wish I had some Milanos right now, I'm not going to lie. Really, really like the mint Milanos. Can't even explain why. I just do. They're amazing. Okay. How much power y'all Titan have? A little bit, like 30k. All guild trophy awards can be swapped down to bronze and then exchanged for skinstone coins. Absolutely. Not focused on them. Cool, cool. Thanks, Kane. I appreciate that. But I do have some great. I have some great stuff actually for mobile and some pointers that I wanted to point out. I think we're doing a great job as a guild already. But I think with cross server, I just wanted to point out. Obviously, Citadel usually should be like last priority, but I can make a video on that later. At least for cross server, because cross server we're just going for those blue trophies. You know though, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. Good. If you did never play Hero Wars, I wonder what game you would play. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I do also play. So another game that I play a lot is called Among Us. I don't know how familiar you guys are. I play with my friends, and I play on mobile. So because of my, I have a Mac, so I can't. I'm not eligible to play because I don't have a Windows computer. But anyway, so yeah, I play on my phone, but I love Among Us. I don't know if any of you guys play, but that's such a fun game. I mean, I know if I wasn't in school right now, I'd probably be trying to play other games too. I mean, I'm really late to Fortnite, but I think I'd be addicted to Fortnite. I would definitely play that. I don't know. I definitely think once I have more free times, I'll be asking you guys what games you guys play and what games I should start getting into. But all right, sorry, I've been neglecting the chat a second here because I've been trying to finish this 15,000. You have 50 pet eggs, not because I've been saving, but because I've been too lazy to open them. Hey, you know what? sometimes it's cooler and you feel like more of a G, like right? You feel like really cool when you just have a lot of those eggs and you just save them up and you open them up. You feel like, yeah, I did that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay. Firework is going off outside. It's loud. I get that. Hey, can you help me? Yeah, X Black, what's up? Feel free to let me know what's going on. I'd love to try to help. 1108 Titanite for Dungeon Run. Water totems. Gotta love it. All 5 servers I play have water totems. It takes forever. Congrats. That's amazing. I love that. I play Among Us on BlueStacks computer. Problem is the one dude, question mark, is imposter, and everyone believes him even though he has no evidence. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, that's definitely a tough thing. Is like when you have an imposter who like frames you, and then you get voted off. Yeah, that's tough. But the good thing is when I'm playing with my friends, so I have a couple buddies from some of my old classes that I hang out with, and we use Zoom, and we actually have it. We talk face to face and we explain what happened. And so usually the imposter doesn't get away with that. And I'm sorry that happens, but I completely get that. Thank you, Con. Thank you, Kane. I appreciate that. I did just hit 15K. And the reason that I waited to show that on stream was because actually, I think with that, we are able to unlock. Am I wrong? Let me see here. For some reason, I thought we got like a frame or something for doing that. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Time of the Fearless event still going on. Right. We'll look at that in a second. New avatar frame. There it is, guys. So the reason I waited to do 15,000 floors, and thank you, Kane, for saying that, was because we got this brand new Primeval Depths frame. So that is why I was waiting, and I knew there was a reason. Couldn't remember what it was, but we got a brand new frame, guys, officially telling us that we went pretty far in dungeon. Here you can see my wreath. I really like my wreath, but for temporary and just to show that everyone here really supported me and helped me get here, I am going to change my frame to the... Where is it? The Primeval, the Depths frame. I apologize. I totally butchered that name. I know I did. But anyway, we got it. So pretty stoked on that. Okay. How important are support titans? Well, I think it depends on the situation. I personally like support titans. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I couldn't have gotten the frame without you guys. I probably would have, honestly, probably stopped playing a long time ago if it wasn't for the awesome Hero Wars community. So thank you guys so much. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And anyway, okay. So how important are support titans? Support titans are actually super important, guys. And here's why. So Avalon is a super underrated support titan, in my opinion. Avalon is able to cast this shield, right? And you can actually see the skill when you hover over it. So it casts a shield that absorbs damage, right? So basically your heroes are able to last longer in fights. This is especially key when you're in the dungeon. The other support titans, let's see. So Mary and Ignis are the other two. So Mary is actually really good and on mobile. One of the top combination teams, because there's no totems yet, is the 3 super titans with Mary and Ignis. Mary really helps limit the opponent's team's offensive potential by basically decreasing their attack by 40%. And Ignis is a monster. So Ignis gives your team a 50% attack boost. A 50% attack boost. Like, how crazy is that? That's like, I mean, this is 50% of your Ignis, but still, that's a crazy boost. Almost, it's a multiplier of 1.5 basically. So that's a lot of damage, and that's also why it's so effective on mobile. But when we're talking about Hero Wars on Facebook and web, it's also super important. And the place it shows up the most is probably Dungeon, because it allows your teams to just last longer and take out opponents that much quicker. But Guild Wars, it makes a difference. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, and Titan Valley as well. But I think the biggest place it shows up and you can tell is in the dungeon. Okay, sorry. My Ignis and Vulcan are at very high level of 3. Hey, you know what? It's okay. That happens. I mean, I wish I could. Oh, I have a lot of these. I wish I could, like, honestly give you guys more gifts right now. I'm still working on that point. So once I hit a certain number of views, Hero Wars said that they would help me out and I'd be able to give you guys more gifts. And I know some of them include Titan stuff. So I personally am, hoping that I can get there sooner rather than later. I'm actually almost at 500,000 views right now on my content. I think once I hit 1,000,000, I'm able to give out rewards. And I know my plan right now is to be giving them out during these live streams. And so, all of you guys, I know who you guys for the most part are. And I appreciate you guys coming back. And I almost can guarantee that, you guys have a really good chance, assuming that eventually I hit 1,000,000 views, that, you guys have a really good chance of getting some good rewards. Hopefully, if you guys stick with me here, I know who some of you loyal guys are, and I appreciate that. I just want to make sure you guys are aware that I appreciate you guys, and it means a lot. Your support means so much to me. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that, and I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions. I know I've been like half looking, but anyway, so we have a bunch of these Titan Soul Coins that I don't need. I wish I could actually trade them to my mobile server, but I can't, or give them away because I don't need them. I mean, I guess I'll take the gold, but I don't need them for Titan potions anymore. My Titans are done with levels. Like, they're done. But thank you. Yeah, question mark. That would be awesome if you could do that. I actually think so. Someone asked me the other day, and like, what's where are my shortest videos to get the most views? It would actually be my mobile videos are the shortest. I actually have a mobile video playlist. But anyway, yeah, there's definitely some good videos that I think could help, and I hope you guys find them and are able to use them to your advantage. And any questions, feel free to ask them either on a video as a comment, and I can try to make more content on that, or whatever you guys need. Just let me know. And also, I do have that Discord server, so feel more than free to join that and message me. I'm on that directly, so you can easily message me directly. I have a lot of people who do, and some people don't. Whatever helps. I love trying to help people out. So if I can help, then feel free to ask. I'm not afraid to answer. Sometimes I'm a little slow to answer, but I promise I will do my best to answer any questions you guys have. And yes, Rennie, I do get a new frame for that as well. Okay, go into battle, not in auto, and if you click Q, it will make a pet skill, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be the hero's first skill. I was aware of some of that, but I guess I should test out and just show you guys anyway what he's talking about here. So Nathan here is talking about this, I believe. So let's see. So go into battle and not if you click Q. Yeah, so that's how you play manual. So Nathan's talking about manual playing. What is the best team against Vadgar in Outland? Okay. Hey Cypress, nice to have you here. So I actually beat Outland, in mobile with 1 hero now. So I already know what heroes I need to use. It's just a matter of me getting them there. But so for Outland, let me take a look which one that is, because I don't remember quite which one that is. So the 3 heroes that I recommend are Kira, Satori, and Astrid and Lucas. Those 3 heroes basically on their own can take out any of the bosses. So I guess it's this one, right? So this is the one that you were asking about. So with this one, yeah, so with this one, you can actually solo him using Astrid and Lucas alone. Like, that's for real. Like, for real, like, Astrid and Lucas alone on my mobile. So I play on mobile as well, but like I can beat Outland with only my Astrid and Lucas. Like, Astrid and Lucas can solo Vadgar. the incinerator, right? He can solo him. So if you get him up strong enough, he can definitely beat him. With Brog. So Brog, this one is the Satori one. So if you have Satori, you can beat Brog with Satori alone. With Alyssa, if you have Ju, well, I prefer Kira over Ju. If you have Kira, and I would probably recommend having Martha available as well, but Kira can take out the spider pretty effectively. Here I'm still working on all of them, but right now I'm trying to. My next goal is Seymour, so Seymour is my next goal. So during Winterfest, my goal is to get all the totems. Got that. My next goal is to beat Seymour, and after I beat Seymour, I'm going to Outland. So that is the order of operations that I'm approaching right now, and hopefully that helps you out there, Cypress. So okay, thank you, Surprise Mode. I appreciate that. I love when you have questions too because they're always really good. And I'm glad that I do answer all your questions. Okay, Outland doesn't make sense. When you have a magic team, you do well against Sprog, but you get agility skin stones you can't use for your mages. Yeah, I think question mark. I think they do that on purpose. It's super frustrating, but it's just a technique for them to basically not allow you to maximize one area too quick. Hero Wars. It's almost like they got me with those ads, you know, like the ads where you're like you see Aurora getting pulled apart and you got to solve the puzzle, or Galahad needs to get his sword. They got me. Anyway, all right. Does that count as more views just watching them over and over again? Yeah, it actually does. It actually does. Yes. How? Who is Seymour? Okay, so Seymour. Okay, so if we go to campaign, Seymour is the last boss of campaign. So Seymour is this guy right here. He's a pretty scary looking dude. He's huge. And he has the 3 powers that he has. He has 3 attacks. He has basically all the attacks of the Super Titan. So he has a fire beam like a Raji. He has a water skill like Hyperion, kind of. But the water skill freezes your team. And he has an Eden-like skill where he throws this massive boulder. That one does a ton of damage. So he's a really, really tough boss. He's the last boss of Chapter 15. So I found that Cormac in the chapter before, which is Chapter 14, this guy right here is super tough. Heart of Capital. He is probably... He's tough. But once you get past him, it's pretty smooth sailing until you hit... Seymour. He's really tough, and that's who he is. So he's the final boss in campaign. I can't actually fight him right now, and I fought him before the live stream. I get him down to a quarter of health. I'm working on it. I promise. And the reason I can't fight him now is because it will my live stream my live stream program is really heavy on my computer. So if I try to run that campaign, and that particular mission's super heavy as well, the lag just doesn't allow me to get into the matchup. So I apologize. I mean, I can try, but I almost guarantee you that my computer's going to freeze up here. I'm going to need to get more energy in a second. I can absolutely try, but if it doesn't work, I apologize in advance. So here I can buy the energy, no big deal. But the issue is sometimes, my computer just doesn't cooperate with me. We can try though. We can try and see if it actually pops up. I won't be able to beat him, but you guys can see kind of like where, I made some progress. Before I could barely get him to like half health. He was crazy. So hopefully it loads. We'll see. Don't know. Because I've had issues. Like it literally just stops and I'm like, oh no. So hopefully it doesn't keep stopping. We can try. Farming for Celeste is slow. Only have 1 mission for her unlocked, so I get 1 to 2 soul stones per day. Hey, you know what? You'll keep doing that. It will work out for you, I promise. That's all I got on you. I mean, Celeste is a tough one, but she's also very worth it. the only tough thing is if you come across a Cornelius. But yeah, so you can see here my game's kind of lagging here. Kind of been sitting here for a little while. You want to see how he attacks? Okay. We can try to just wait. I mean, worst case scenario, my computer will just reload. And if that happens, then I apologize. I can definitely. I was planning on making a video in the next couple days here on Seymour. So if this doesn't work out, surprise, I'll definitely put an incomplete video up in my Discord channel for you. And if not, I can just make it a personal video. And basically, it won't be like a public one, but anyone who's in my Discord can see it. So it won't be public, but you can see the link and you'll be able to see it. So if this doesn't work out, which right now it looks like it's not cooperating, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I would love to show you guys. I have nothing against showing you guys. It's just, oh, right when I say that, it starts moving a little bit. Let's see if, come on now. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's going to be some mad lag, I guess. But this is Seymour. He is an absolute monster. You can see he has the water, earth, and fire. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. It's water, earth, and fire as his elements right here, right behind him that he uses to attack. He also has his dark skill. But we're going to have Albus fire off right now. We also are going to try to protect using Astaroth. That Earth skill though, that's a dangerous one. That one can KO my Faceless in one shot, which is super scary. I don't like that because then I can't get 3 stars on him, right? Here comes a Fire Beam, right? An Araji attack. So I got to use Araji and I got to use the same skill for Faceless so that they don't get knocked out right there. We got Astaroth, and we have we've got our pet going off. We got Faceless. We've got Martha speeding up the team. We've got Kark, and then we got Jew, and now I'm just got to wait a little bit. But you can see, like, we're a minute into this fight, and I've barely done any damage here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's been a struggle. I'm not going to use Faceless' skill just yet. We're waiting to copy Jew, but this water skill is going to freeze us if I don't get these skills off. So that water skill really puts you in a frozen state, which is super annoying. See, like, my team's not even doing anything right now. So here we're going to use our Albus, and we're going to go ahead and use Astaroth. And here you can see, so the Earth attack is coming, and this one can deal a lot of damage. So I have to find a way to protect my Faceless from getting knocked out. And the best way I found is to copy my Jew's skill. So Jew and then Faceless. This way my Faceless doesn't get knocked out, and his attacks get stronger the less time that's on the clock. So he really starts doing a lot of damage. So here we have Albus, and we have Faceless going off. We got Jew. And I probably should have waited to use a little bit more of Faceless with Martha, because that speed up skill is really, really important to help take down Seymour, because you just don't have enough time otherwise. Here comes a Fire Beam. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just not quite strong enough yet to take him out. He has a lot of health. And I think the other thing, too, is the stronger your team is, I just kind of think Seymour has more health in proportion to that. And I could be wrong, but for some reason I've seen people with weaker teams beat Seymour, which to me is just a little bit odd, but it is what it is. I'll look into that a little bit more. I'll have to talk to the devs, too, and see what's going on. I wish I could use him in Dungeon. Yeah, he is OP, guys. I mean, he's really tough. Here you can see the matchups halfway done, and I have not done halfway health or even close to that. I'm probably like maybe at a quarter health, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. We got Albus. We want to use Jew skill, and then we want to use Faceless, Kark, and Astaroth. Have their skills ready when they're unfrozen. But yeah, this guy's super tough. He has some really crazy skills. So he is technically the father of all Titans, which is why he's able to use all the Super Titan attacks. Dude is an absolute monster. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So my faces actually got knocked out there. Astaroth just revived him. Yeah, that Earth skill hit hard. I'm going to go ahead and auto and speed up the combat on the rest of this matchup because we're not going to win. But this is a sneak peek of kind of what I'm dealing with right now. He's actually super tough guy. I can get him down to like a quarter of health left. So I'm really just working on kind of beefing up some artifacts for Jew and Faceless specifically. And I'm hoping that, doing the skins as well over time will help out. But basically, I kind of messed up the timing on that. So was barely able to take out more than half of the health on this one. But that's kind of what we're looking at. So what if Yasmin was a part of the battle with Seymour? So I believe he looks like Phobos. All right, thank you, Rennie, for coming. I appreciate you coming in and staying here. I'm definitely going to probably finish up my stream here pretty soon, too. But thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. You've been amazing. Okay, so looks like Phobos, kind of. Yeah, I see that. I see the undead guy. I see that. What if Yasmin was part of the battle versus Seymour? Would Yasmin go behind him, just like normal? I think yes, but I haven't used Yasmin. But I'm also very worried that that fire beam would take Yasmin out in one hit. But yeah, anyway, I'm actually going to conclude the stream on that one. I still got a lot of work to do, as you can see. Thank you, Rennie. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this live stream. I really, really appreciate it. You guys rock. Thank you so much. And I will definitely be doing a live stream next week. So I will be seeing you guys next week. I'm hoping we get some new skins, and if not, then we'll have a good time hanging out also. But thank you guys again. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys